Hello and welcome to the video by TrumpExcel. I am Sumit Bansal, and in this video I am going to show you how to use the add column from examples option in Power Query. So here I have the sales data and I would open this in the query editor by clicking on from table range. Now I have this data here and add columns from example option comes in the add column tab here. So here I have column from examples, and if I click on this I have two options, from all columns and from selection. Now before I show you how this works, let me tell you what this can do for you. If you have this data and you have been doing transformation, so let's say you want to split the name into first name and last name, or you want to multiply the quantity with price, or you want to get the month name here from date. These are all kinds of transformations that you can easily do with Power Query. But what this option, column from example, does is it allows you to simply enter a data point, and then Power Query engine is going to itself decipher what you're trying to do and show you the entire data set, the entire column full of the results. So in this case, if I come here and I click on from all columns, it shows me this column here, and it has this portion here at the top which is add column from examples. Now whatever I do here, Power Queries will try to decipher what I'm trying to do and fill this column, and based on that part that it has deciphered, it will try and create a formula here. Now I don't need to worry about the formula here, I don't have to do anything with it. All I need to do is enter something here and see if that is what I want or not. So in this case, let's say if I want to get the first name of the sales rep, I would come here and I would simply type something. And this is probably the only place in Power Query where you can enter something in a cell. So if you want, you cannot change any of these data points. You can import this, you can transform this, but you cannot manually change this. You cannot overwrite this. But this is the probably only place in Power Query where you can enter something in a cell. Now here I'm going to type the first name of this row, because anything that I do here, it will try and decipher based on the data in this row, in the same row. And here when I type Laura and I hit enter, you can see it has deciphered that I'm trying to get the first name. Now let's see what's happening here. Here it says transform text before delimiter sales rep, and the delimiter here is space 0, which means that it has identified it as something I'm trying to do based on the delimiter, and I'm trying to get anything before the delimiter, which is pretty accurate in this case. Similarly, if I want to get only the last name, see what happens. I type Smith, hit enter, and you can see the formula here changes. So I get the right result here. I get everything which is right. And the formula here also changes. It becomes text dot after delimiter. So it's thinking that I'm trying to get this data point which is after the delimiter. Now this is not the only thing you can do. You can do a lot more things with this. So for example, in this case I have these names, but I don't want just the surname or the last name. I want it in capital letters. So I can type Smith here and see what happens. Now when I hit enter, first of all it deciphers this correctly. It gives me all the last names in the capital case, in the uppercase, and you can see the formula changes accordingly, where it says text dot upper of sales rep. So it first converts my text into uppercase and then does all these operations. Now let's do something else. Let's try and get the month name from this date. Now this is all the data for July only, but if you have different data points, different date values, it will accurately guess what you're trying to do here. So if I type, let's say July here and hit enter, it'll give me the month for all these, and you can say it identifies this correctly. It says from the date column identify the month name. Now let's do something of a calculation. So in this case, if I want to know what's the total value of the sale, so here the quantity is 10 and the price is 80, then the value would be 800, 80 into 10. Now I'm going to simply type 800 here and I hit enter. Now in this case, Power Query has not been able to identify what the trend or what the transformation that is that I'm trying to do here. So you can see it says please enter more sample values, because just by this value it cannot really decipher, because you can see this, it could either be this into 10 or it could be 0.08 into 10 into 1000. So it could be anything. So in this case, it's asking me for more sample data so that it can predict correctly. And in this case, if I come here, I would do this 18 into 40, or you can do this for any of these cells. It's not necessary that you have to do it for the first one. You can do it for any of these cells. So let me pick up something that is easy to multiply. So let's pick this one, and here it's 15 into 40, that is 600, and I hit enter. And as soon as I do this, it will identify correctly the entire data set, and you can see it says quantity into price. So it has identified that what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to multiply these. Now, it's not necessary that you have to do these simple operations. You can go a bit complex as well. So for example, if I want to type Laura sold 10 printer. So if I want to type this, then I can type this here. So I would say Laura sold 10 printer. And now when I hit enter, it couldn't identify what I'm trying to do. So let me try and enter something more complex. Stacy sold 18 whiteboard. Now it's not able to identify this. So let's do one thing. Let's give the full name here. And the reason it's not able to do this is because there is no column that has only Laura. It has Laura Smith. So if I type Laura Smith here, oops, let me type the right name. And here I make this Stacy Johnson. And I also have to come down and delete this part. See what happens? It has identified correctly that I am looking for Mark Booth sold 7 office chair. So it's not that you can only do small transformations. You can also combine complex data points. You can create sentences, and this will try its best to identify what you're trying to do. So if you see here, it says text.combine sales rep sold text from quantity in the language and the item. So this is how you can use column from examples to quickly create transformations and then have those transformations. So if you're done with it, you can simply click OK. And when you do this, it will add this column here and you can rename this column. So this is a very, very useful feature, and you can use it to quickly do transformations where you don't need to go through all these options here. If you want, you can in one column do just give it a sample data, and it will try and predict what you're trying to do, try and decipher and create the formula and give you the result. That's it in this video. I hope you found this useful. Thank you and have a nice day.